Hello Stampers, this is super awesome stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Now, I'm hesitant with my sign-on because it didn't want me to rotate my phone. It wanted me to do portrait mode and it wouldn't stay in landscape mode. So let's see what actually happens and what's coming through. If anybody sees me, add a comment. Give me a shout out so I don't have to log into Facebook and log back out. Let's see here. I know it takes Facebook a few minutes. Let's show you my hands. These are the cards that we are going to be making today. And I will be doing some camera adjusting just to get everything in view here and to get my lighting set up because I couldn't do it before I started. Okay, anybody found me on the interwebs? Oh, Cheryl's watching and Marcy's watching. Hey, Cheryl and Marcy, am I in the right mode? Portrait or landscape? I started and I can't see myself going live either. I started and my phone wouldn't flip for me. So let's see here. My recent and new is not pulling up. Anybody can add a comment, because that helps Facebook kind of reload and get everybody looking at the stuff. Just add hi. I think, there we go. Murdoch added a comment. I am going the wrong way. Gosh. Yeah, it's sideways. My phone didn't want to stay in portrait mode, so let me see what I can do here to get you in on the screen. I may just have to go live on portrait mode and not landscape. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, well, bear with me while I get that figured out. Technology's got to change stuff all the time. And I don't think I can come out anymore. Oh, I can. Hang on a second. Bear with me. Oh, I gotta move stuff around here. Wow, I was all set up and ready to rock and roll. And technology's gotta throw you a loop. Okay, we're just gonna have to go live this way today. Darn it. Well, actually, I have to do some cutting and scoring, so that'll work. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get that a little tighter. Okay. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Let's get back to the main attraction, which is assembling our kits in the mail. So I've got stair step kits in the mail to share with you. And I'm going to try to move you over a little bit. So I got more of the table and not of the side. You know, I didn't think my phone updated, but maybe it had. It's weird. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, we're going to get going here. And these are the two cards we're going to be assembling today. If you purchase kits from me, go ahead and pull them out of your envelope. So I send them in these booklets. They're called booklet envelopes. That's how I mail my kits in the mail. I usually write on the back the month and the technique. So if you get behind or can't watch a assembly video, you'll have a chance to find it on my YouTube page in the future. Okay, what you're gonna do, if you've got your kits, should have sent this at the beginning, got a little flustered there. You've got fussy cut images. So you're gonna fussy cut your bird images out. And wow, there's a super long delay as well today. That's interesting. All right, you're gonna fussy cut your images out if you purchase your kits in the mail from me. I've already done that, so you don't have to watch me do any of the fussy cutting. And let me kind of reset up here and try to look at my comments. Get my bearings again. And I'm gonna open this up. Okay, now I can see your comments. Okay. So Lydia, I am videoing on an iPhone. Never had this happen before. It wanted to stay in portrait. It wouldn't stay in horizontal before you went live. So I kind of held it one way and I held it where it was horizontal to trick it and then hit live, and it didn't like that. So anyway, okay, so everybody's fussy cutting the birds. You got 2 kits to unpack. And we're gonna do everything kind of in assembly line. So you're gonna grab your cardstock, the big pieces, and set everything else aside right now. We've got some cutting of the smaller pieces to do. There's my fussy cut birds. And then your kit. Of course I can't see what's going on here with everything that's different here. There, I think I can see a little better what I'm doing. This is the second kit. Of course I got my fussy cut birds already. Get that off of there. We're going to work with the cardstock first. Let me get my fussy cut stuff out of the way. I'm going to step you through how we're going to cut things. And actually, like I said, this might work out a little better because we needed to cut a few things in your cardstock. So I learned that it was easier for me to mail them uncut, and of course I want you to do some things with me, assemble your kits with me. So hello all, like Christine says. Thank you for joining me today and for being discombobulated on this Saturday morning. Okay, we've got a garden green piece and we have a coastal cabana piece. I'm gonna move my computer a little bit. You can see the comments a little better. And what we need to do is, I'm going to explain it first. This is the regular score mark at 4 1/4. These are not. I'm going to hold this up. See, this score does not line up with that one. Okay? And then we've got a score here and a score here. So our first cut is going to be from here to here. We start at 1 inches, go to 6 inches, and it's 3 inches in. Okay, and this is a regular piece of cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so got that, everybody? Now let's get your paper trimmer out. This is your scoring blade. Move it out of the way. And yep, I'm in line. So what we're going to do is move your cardstock to the 3-inch line. Okay. And then, so this is 8.5. So what I am going to do is press down on the 7.5. press down on the 7.5 and go all the way to the 2.5. Is that right? Let me do measurements here to the 2. Oh, that's 6.5. That's right. Okay, so press down at the 7.5 and go all the way to the 2. Let me get my notes here. Yeah, 1 and 6.5. I set it incorrectly initially. So this is at the 1. You start at the 1 inch mark here, and you go to the 6.5 there. Okay, and now we got the slit. Watching from Michigan. Hi, Jane. All right, everybody else, hello. Again, I was discombobulated initially because my camera wanted to film portrait, and guess what? It told me we are filming portrait mode today. All right, okay. Oh, this one you can see a little easier with the Coastal Cabana. So line it up to the 3 over here, 3 inch mark. You got your piercing type paper trimmer here at the 7.5. And you run that all the way to the 2. Okay, so we got slit. All right, now we're gonna do the scorings. So we've got a couple of different scores. You're gonna take your cardstock, you're gonna flip it, and you're gonna score it at 4 1/4. Just flip it, move it to 4 1/4. And move the piercing blade away. You're just going to score to your cut mark. So that's the regular 4 1/4. Okay. So we got that one there. Now we're going to work on these 3. Okay, so we're going to take it. There's your slit mark. Flip it. Stuff's falling away here. I'm going to get my brown ruler out here. And we're going to score it at we're going to score it at 2, 4, wait, there's the 2. Here's the 4, 5 1/4, 6.5, 7.5. Now, wait a minute. I didn't write that down. So what I'm going to do is verify I've got that right. And if you've gotten the kits in the mail for me, you'll have the email PDF to go back to. So I want to just go back to my PDF to make sure I'm saying this all right. Okay, here we go. We got this again. Actually, I want to do it according to how the tutorial is written. Okay? And how the tutorial is written is we scored at 1, 2, there's a 3 1/4, 4 1/2, and 6.5. Okay, so here's the score that we already did. I'm actually going to flip this around, okay, so I can do those. I'm going to move this out of the way. Again, everything's all messed up because I can only go live on portrait mode. Okay, so here's the scoring. Da-da-da. So you're going to score at 1 inches and you're going to stop the score at the slit mark. Oh, I've got it the wrong way. Hang on a second. No, I have it the way I want it. I'm gonna score from here up. That way actually you're pushing your blade this way, so there's no chance of you moving your cardstock. So you're gonna score at 1, and you're gonna stop at the slit. Again, which is a little hard for me because I'm looking over the camera phone. 1, and then move it to 2. And then to 3 1/4. And sometimes you can kind of feel that slit. And then move it to 4 1/2, 4 1/2. And then last one is 6 1/2 inches. But, ooh, I gotta move my arm out to get that. Which, I don't know where it is on this. So I usually score this stuff on my scoring tool. So let's look to see where this actually ends up. My scoring board. I don't score usually on the paper trimmer. I thought it would be a little easier just to use one. Oh yeah, it's like right in the crevice. Thought it would be easier just to use one, one piece of, is that right? Oh. Okay, so let's look at this again. Get that out of the way. So I've got my, I wonder if it'd be easier to see, yeah, it'd be easier to see if I have a coastal up here. So there's the score there. And then over here, got all the scores here. This one could have been down a little more. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna leave it. But yeah, it should have been down a little more. Got that not quite right there. Oh, there's the 6 1/2. You know what? I'm gonna do that again. 6 1/2 is right there. I should have relieved my end of my slot there. Okay, there. All right, so now we're going to do the garden green one, which is going to be hard to just see on screen. Okay, so the side that's the wider side, that's the one that's going to get the 4 1/4 inches score. Okay, now we're going to do a total flip. We're going to do the, oh, no, we're not going to do a total flip, sorry. We're going to do the rest of the scores on the side closest to you. And that's going to be the 1 inch. And the 2 inch. And the 3 3/4. 3 1/4, sorry. And 4 1/2. 4 1/2 is right there. And 6 1/2. Whew, made it through. Okay. All right, so now we got them all scored up. We're done with the, well, no, we're not done with the paper trimmer. So don't put that too far away, but I can put my arm down so it's not totally in the way. Okay, So now I'm going to put this in there. Sample card on the left. So you're going to bone fold all of your scores. So the one on the left folds down to fold it in half so you can mail it. And then the right scores, they all have to accordion fold so it's a flat card. Okay, so the one that's further from you is a mountain, and then valley, and then mountain, and valley, and mountain. Got that? And then take your bone folder and try to force those down. Okay, same with the green one. The one on the left side is going to be the mountain. The one on the right side starts with a mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain. Bone fold them all. Whew, well, we got through it. So again, if you purchase the kits in the mail, you get an emailed PDF tutorial. It's got all these measurements and the supplies, so you don't have to use a video tutorial to assemble your kits. And then in that tutorial, there are other demonstrators across the globe that have added their own take on this sample. Now, it's a tutorial that was done a while ago, so in that tutorial, this is the card that I've got in there. So the stair step is great for when you've got a lot of images to showcase. This was the Farmer's Market pattern paper. It had a lot of bags, different bags and baskets that I could fussy cut out. So that's the one you'll see in the email PDF. That's included with your purchase. Okay, so those are done. Now before we get rid of this, most of you have gotten your cardstock that is not cut. And by say the right, and when I say that I mean the left side is not cut. So find your cardstock and we will discuss what we want to do with that next. So you've got a large white piece and you've got some scrap pieces. So those scrap pieces are for your sentiment. There's the green one right here. The larger white pieces are for the back of your card. So nothing to do with those. Let's move these out of the way. And then I'm going to unplug my camera. It'll give me a little more room here. And then your next two largest pieces are already cut to size. Those would be the left size pieces. That. And that. So set those aside. Those are the pieces you're going to set aside. In addition to whatever kind of scrap I gave you for the sentiment. And we're going to work on the two smaller pieces. Now I said most of you got pieces that were not cut because I figured out if I cut them, they're all going to go to the bottom of the envelope, which will probably make the envelope too thick to mail, and it might shift during mailing. So I decided to mail these uncut, so now we're going to cut these. Some of you might have gotten extra pieces in there too. It was what was cut off. Or actually, this was in here because some of you got some pattern paper or designer series paper that's cut just to the exact size. Some had a little strip that I left included. So it just depends on where you were in the cutting queue. Okay, so let's get our paper trimmer back here. Let's work with the pattern papers first. And you're going to cut those. Let's see here. The colors do pop. I do love contrasting colors. And then I always work with the colors that are in the designer series paper. Okay, I gotta take off a shirt because it's getting too hot here. All right, so these we can cut at once, especially if you're using this type of a trimmer where you can push your cutting blade that way. So let's do these at once. So 3/4 inches is going to be your first cut. And that is these pieces. Okay. Your next cut is 1 inch. I'm going to move that back so I'm pushing against the back fence. So that's this one. And then the last one is 1 3/4, which may or may not be perfectly cut for you or not. Just depends on where you were in the cutting queue. Okay. Now the pattern paper. This one is from Bird's Nest, Nest of Winter. This one is from the, oh, now the name escapes me. It's in the current catalog. They're both kind of wood look. Okay, designer series paper. We're going to cut that at 1/2. So just a hair smaller than the cardstock that we just cut. 3/4 is the next cut. Again, if you purchase the kits in the mail from me, there's an emailed PDF that has all these cutting measurements in there. And maybe if you purchase the kits in the mail, you got all these measurements done ahead of time, because on the fly is kind of hard. And then the last one is 1 1/2, which it might be a perfect piece, it might not. Mine are not, so there'll be a little tiny bit left that's going to go in the scrap pile right there. Okay. Okay, now we're done with the paper trimmer, so we can get rid of that. Now we're going to just assemble the fun part. And okay, let's get this way up there. And let's work on the Coastal Cabana one first. Coastal Cabana, we're going to put it up there so we can see where we're going here. And I'm going to move this down here. Coastal Cabana uses the Cajun Craze. This one, this one, this one. Kind of flip it over to see which ones go where, because they're similar patterns. Line them all up. To make sure you've got everything cut correctly. That one goes there. This one goes here. There. So now, like I said, it's just assembling. And then, okay, so should we do some assembling? Some of the easy parts. Let's see, any questions for me while I'm assembling? I should talk about some things while we're assembling here. So Stampin' Up! Just had free shipping the past 3 days. So I'm sorry if you placed an order this weekend. You will miss that free shipping promotion. But everybody that places an order this weekend or through the end of the month will receive a piece of watercolor paper from me in their thank you card envelopes. I always mail thank you cards when you place orders with me. I also mail monthly cards to my downline team. So Stampin' Up! Does currently still have the sign up to be a new demonstrator promotion, where you will receive the newly redesigned Stampin' Positioner in your starter kit. The starter kit is $99, and you get to pick the consumables that you want in your kit. The consumables meaning stamp sets, papers, whatever you want. They throw in business supplies, catalogs, and other things for free in that starter kit that you don't pay for. That's automatic. They automatically include. That promotion's going on. If you are ever thinking about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would so appreciate if you sign up with me. And one of my papers went on the floor here. I gotta grab it. Here we go. Like I said, my team members receive all my emailed PDF tutorials. So I participate in 3 emailed PDF tutorials a month. One's called the Inspiring Pretty Paper Projects. So we've got demonstrators across the globe just adding a card, and these are all card PDFs. That Inspiring Pretty Paper Projects is like a general swap. Just has to be a card using current products. And usually it's the latest products because a lot of us like to purchase those online exclusives. And those are the latest ones. Oh, now I have to watch what I'm doing here. So on the right hand side, not every panel gets a layer. It's just every other panel. The front facing panel. Yeah, so if you're on my downline team, you get those emailed PDFs every month as a thank you for being on my team. Otherwise, those emailed PDFs are thank yous for ordering, or I incorporate it into my kits in the mail. One PDF is called the bundle bonus. So if you purchase the bundle and then you get the emailed PDF. Now this month, since everything is all discombobulated, my bundle bonus this month features, do I have it close by? I know it's Sweet Bugs and 2 flower ones that have got beautifully celebrated. I can't think off the top of my head, but I will find it in my mess when we get through assembling here. All right, now your stuff that you fussy cut. I've actually popped the birds up on dimensionals and added the berries randomly. So 1 berry here. And then you also got a length of this ribbon. I have got mine cut already to size. And I just laid it across. It adds a nice little shimmery mist to it. And I might just use, be easier to use my tear and tape on the ribbon. Figure out where I'm placing it. Okay, and then pop up my birds. We will be doing the stamping last. Let's get all these pieces where they need to be. Dimensionals come with white backers. I've just added our Stampin' Blends over it because then they're easier to see on my tabletop. So this bird sequence, it fit perfectly actually. The edge of the berries just hits the left side there, and the right side of the berries just hits where it folds. And then this too just perfectly fits in that square. Make sure the feather, the tip of the tail is not gonna get crushed with the score there. Okay, it's coming together. All right, you got a strip of these jewels, the iridescent faceted gems. I'm using a strip I've already worked on. And I just put 1 large one there and 2 up above. These had 2 different sizes. So 1 right here. I thought they kind of look like snow. try to not to shoot these embellishments across the room. You know, if you know, you know. They wind up on the carpet miraculously. Okay. All right, so there's that. We're going to come back and finish that up once we get the stamping started. Let's get the green one, garden green, assembled here. What else can I tell you about? Oh, I decided that Stampin' Up's current incentive trip is to Costa Rica. I decided I'm going to shoot for it. Why not? I have earned only one Stampin' Up incentive trip in my... How many years have I been a demonstrator? 23 years as a demonstrator. I've only earned one Stampin' Up trip. And I didn't get to go on the trip because they canceled it due to the pandemic. No worries, they gave us a larger payout than had they hosted it, so kind of a bummer I didn't get to go. But this year's incentive trip is to Costa Rica. I don't think I'd ever schedule a Costa Rican trip on my own, so I thought I'm gonna try it. It's a long way off, but if I don't set a goal and have something to work towards, I'm never going to reach it. So incentive trips are earned through personal promotions and having team members promote. And, you know, team members can earn the trips too. So here's all my fussy cut birds. So any of my team members are welcome to set it as a goal and earn the trip along with me. We've got until the end of September to earn the trip. So every order helps me earn that trip. Every team member that joins and promotes helps me earn that trip. Anyway, thought it would be something fun to do. Plus they have a trip tracker and I love lists, so I'll show you where I'm at if I get to that part. If I get this all done. Now, all the birds I just attached with either glue dots or adhesive. I wanted them flat because I'm making this thick right there. So glue dots are sometimes the easiest thing because when these items get smaller, are my glue dots. They are hard to add. I'm going to put one of these back behind there. Okay, and then this bird. The orange bird. Now remember, only put glue at the bottom of your birds, not at the top, because otherwise you're going to glue your step closed. I've got one of these here as well. Now your foliage, it was whatever foliage was on your card. Pretty sure I tried to make sure you got 2 pine cones. Bird there. Bird here. Birds, birds, birds. This is from the Nests of Winter. It's in the annual catalog. Yes. Oh, yeah, okay. Thought I maybe got the glue dot a little hot. I did, but it'll be fine. Okay, and then the back behind this bird. Got one of these single sprigs. And again, I'm going to do 2. Usually you have to do 2 on items so that they don't shift. 2 makes them stable. Okay, what's that? Another pine cone. Okay. All right, so let's do some stamping. Got the embellishments. They were from the adhesive back texture dots. I've got a strip here that we'll work with once I get the stamping done. Okay, so let's get the stamping done. I'm looking for my paper piercing mat. Right here. And then find your pieces that you're going to stamp. And I don't know where that extra piece went. So I'm gonna just go grab a different one. I'm back. It flung on the table. Okay, so let's do the garden green first. So what I'm going to do is actually put this under here so I don't get ink on my paper piercing mat. Yes, Marcy, that's awesome, Costa Rica. Like, that one I've wanted to earn. They also had a Fiji one a while back. Didn't earn that one. Oh, a shadow there. I got a little excited about Costa Rica. Let's try this again. Straight up and down, no rocking, firm and come under pressure. Don't be tipping your stamp. Otherwise you'll get the shadowing like I just did. Yeah, why not? Why not have something to look forward to? Oh, I gotta do the words yet. And let's see. This one? Oh, shoot. I used this for, oh, it'll be fine. No, I didn't use this one. I used this on another one. We will show you. I've got another demonstration I was going to do with you, a bonus one, but with all the issues with going live, I don't think I'm going to have time. Okay, just do a regular flag. You know, before we had banner punches to do these for us, this is how you did a flag with your paper snips scissors. Just straighten halfway down, midway on one side, and then make your little house, make your little roof. Okay, gonna shut this up because I'm gonna get ink everywhere. All right, that out of the way as well. That's gonna go on the back. And then this I'm going to pop up because that ribbon is thicker. It was actually part of the coffee suite we had a year ago, 2 years ago. It was online exclusive, maybe 2 years. I don't think it's in the Last Chance store anymore. And remember, if you place an order, always check that Last Chance list. You never know what's going to be in there. So with my pre-shipping order this week, I loaded up on the Halloween stuff. We only got one package this year, and I love it. I think I'm going to scrapbook with it. I haven't scrapbooked in many years. I used to have a scrapbook club. Speaking of scrapbooking, we've got a ton of scrapbooking kits. I was going to do just put this one back here, a catalog tour, but I don't think we're going to have time. So there's this one done. Oh, did I not? I just didn't press down on the adhesive. So there's that one done. And this next one, got this stuff to do. Yeah, catalog tour. I was going to show you all the scrapbooking kits, but you can go at my online store and check out all of our scrapbooking supplies that we have now. There's scrapbooking. I think they're just called kits. There's enough to make three different layouts, and they show you how to cut everything in the catalog. Cut everything to make sure you've got to replicate the samples in the catalog. Okay, this is here. That's there. Oh, I must have re-inked. And then we got a thank you. Okay. All right. So I have my kits in the mail are available for purchase. I've got enough supplies for several more kits. So if you'd like to order a kit, I'll email you that PDF tutorial right away, and then your kits will go in the mail on Monday. And then you'll get them midweek, towards the end of next week. You have that PDF tutorial to help you assemble your kits. Oh, and if you did purchase your kits, there are some extra pieces in your kits. Some extra birds. and some extra 4 by 5 1/4 pieces, or 4 by 5 1/4 pattern paper, because I had extra room and I wanted to share. Oh, they were the scrapbooking pages, and by that there's a pattern at the bottom. There's a similar pattern on both sides of the 12 by 12 inch paper, and they were meant to be scrapbooked, so I included those in your kits for bonus. Usually put something bonus in your kit. Okay, there. Now what else? Oh, in the front, and this is just attached with some glue dots or lip tape runner. Okay, so there's the one we just assembled. Whew, we got through it. Oh, and there's my extra scrap for the pattern paper. Okay, we're gonna quickly move on because there's more stuff I want to show you. Make a mess of my make a mess of my workstation here. Okay, so I mentioned Stampin' Up's got a current promotion, so you get a free stamp positioner in your kit. So here's the reasons why you might be joining Stampin' Up or purchasing from Stampin' Up. I appreciate all your orders too. So you can PM me to discuss what it means to be on my team, or what Stampin' Up offers and what I offer as your upline member. I can tell you, here's my incentive trip tracker. So I'm going to use my fun Stampin' Up markers and color in every line, but so far I've got 6,000 points for earning Costa Rica, and I got to get up to 40,000 points by the end of September. Again, if you don't have a goal, you're never going to reach it, so I might as well set a goal. And the end reward's going to be a fun little trip. Okay, here's the birds, a nest of winter. So the pattern paper that I used to create the kits. So cut out those pattern paper pieces, and here's where this one came from. Nests of winter, and again, you've got the extra pieces in your kit. Now, most of you got the piece that I described. Let me find it. It's actually this piece right here. There are birds on pussy willow tips, and it's going on both sides of the pattern paper. So a few of you, though, got the birch when I ran through my supply. Okay, we got a few minutes here. I did mention that orders placed this week and this weekend will receive one sheet of this Fluid 100 watercolor paper in their thank you cards. So I always mail a thank you card when you place an order, or if you're on my team, you also get some cards in the mail each month. This month I'm going to include some of this paper. I don't use it enough, and I thought I might as well get it out, and people can have some fun making some watercolor cards for that. All right. Oh, and again, orders placed this month will receive the Inspiring Pretty Paper Projects for February, but also the February bundle bonus, which includes the Sweet Bugs bundle, Simply Beautiful, and Beautifully Celebrated bundles. So demonstrators that participate in those bundle bonus PDFs designed with those specific bundles in mind, so you get a lot of ideas in one place. All right, here's some other Nests of Winter easy projects. So if you buy Nests of Winter, you're going to have a lot of birds to cut apart. So if you got the extra birds for me in your kit, this is an idea. Circle punch, and I did some embossing folder stuff on that, and just quick happy birthdays. This stamp set is in my pile over there to show, but it's a current one in the catalog. I am going to show you what else am I going to do here. Oh, look at this. So Simple Specialty Samples is a group that I coordinate. Each month we feature a different technique. And usually it's something simple, like this is the die cut split technique. So it's all die cuts and we split them. This one is circles. So you cut circles and cut them in half. Again, with this Nests of Winter pattern paper. So how about anybody that added a comment or places an order through the end of the month will receive that emailed PDF. Now you got to be on my email list, or I have to have your email to email that PDF to you, so you can send me a PM or go to my blog at superawesomestamper.com and click on contact me and send me your email so that I can get you that email PDF featuring this fun technique. Another simple specialty samples was this cute and quick slider. So Stampin' Up! Used to have a slider die that was really complicated. Used to make penny sliders long ago. Look at this. One of our team members, members of that group, came up with this slider technique. So look how fun that is. All right. I'm showing you some samples using the Valentine's paper. So I don't think the Valentine's stuff was in the last chance yet, but if you want the Valentine's paper, make sure that you head to the last chance or head to the online store and get that soon. Oh wait, hang on a second. Yeah, I think I'm going to showcase this next. This is the product of the month. So our first product of the month featured a pattern paper by, it's the True Blue Florals, and actually move this and this. Some portrait here. True Blue Florals. So product of the month is a new promotion or new feature that Stampin' Up! Is trying out. So if you have a $75 or more order, excluding shipping, tax, any kind of promo codes you add, you can purchase a product of the month for $5. So this is the True Blue Florals. These are the patterns. 2 sheets of 6 patterns. So I'm showing back and front patterns. So there are 2 pattern paper packs, this one and a second pattern paper pack, and a sentiment stamp set that's available. Yeah, so if you, that pop-up box will come up automatically through the online store once you reach the ordering threshold to get the product of the month. Okay, let's do some catalog tours. Now it's not going to be the best because we are in portrait mode, but I wanted to point out that we've got quick and easy options. So we've got ephemera packs now. We've got texture stripe mix and match cards and envelopes. We've got templates there. This is in the annual catalog. You can download a copy from my blog at superawesomestamper.com. Just going to do a quick catalog tour and highlight a few things here. We have scrapbooking albums. So post and ring, and then the flap, plastic flaps that flips up, so you can add more things to each page. I'm going to just probably show this card because I'm not going to have time to demonstrate it, but I wanted to point out the notes and totes here. Got a lot of different die cut pieces, and they show you how to use most of the pieces in the catalog. Wanted to point out our tool pages. So we've got a lot of tools to help you paper craft, and they kind of tell you how it would make your paper crafting experience easier and maybe more fun. Wanted to point out that we've got punches, and we have some more circle punches in the online store only. So this one is new, 1 7/8, but there's 2 more only available through the online store. I want to point out we've got a lot of different embossing folders. So 6x6 and the normal 4.5 by 6 1/4 size, and then some hybrids as well. And then let's flip to this last page. Oh, yeah, the pattern paper that I wanted to show you there. All right, we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the mini catalog. And then I wanted to also highlight that March 1st and 2nd is my in-person retired rummage sale here in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. I am 10 minutes from the northwest side of Madison. And yeah, March 1st, 2nd, the catalog expires end of April, so we'll be having a retired rummage sale in person, and if you're on my email list, you'll get first chance at purchasing the products and having them shipped to you. All right, I want to point out we've got memory making challenge. We've got a lot of fun ideas here just to do something different. So you've got 36 ideas. If you're looking for something to do to shake up your routine, try that. We've got kits for all occasion. And here are those scrapbooking workshop kits that I mentioned. So bottom right shows what's in the kit, and then they show you what you can make with the kit once you cut the pieces apart. I wanted to kind of go through all of these, but I think I'm just going to have to go through quickly. I think that's it. I do have some stuff on my rubber rummage sale, which is in my private Facebook group, and in a Google photo link, so I can send you that if you're interested in that. And we've got, of course, all of our lovely stamps. All right, there's that. What else do I have? Oh, let's move this off of the screen. So Stampin' Up! Has decided that they're updating their last chance list every other month. And February was the month that they updated it. So a lot of these will be on my March sale if they decide to discontinue these items. A lot of these are, though, what are they? Online exclusive, so they probably will be in the online store until they sell out. But I wanted to share. I think I have shared this sample before, but if you have pets, this is one you gotta add. I have a hard time giving up any of my pet themed, I should say dog and cat themed stamp sets, so that's one you have to add. So last chance list, always check that out before you check out in the online store. And I'm going to share with you, these are the only things, these, oh, and I think notes and totes, yeah, I think these are the only things I have left that aren't on the last chance list, so I'm anxiously waiting for the new annual catalog so I can order some new product. Okay, so again, if you want to join my team, let me know, and you can sign up through my blog at superawesomestamper.com. If you got some questions, make sure you contact me. But this was a sample card that I was going to assemble with you, but I will just tell you about it because I don't have time to assemble with you. But this is the Notes and Totes, so it's kind of meant to be a 3D, either party favor. You can make it into a party favor by doing 2 of these totes back to back. Yeah, I was going to cut one with you, but maybe I won't. Well, yeah, let's do that. Where is my, here it is. We're just going to finish up the demonstration with this. So I've already got it in my little mini, and I wanted to show you how large of a die you can fit in these. So that's what you can fit in one of these the mini cut and embosser. Here's the rest of the stamp set. But if you put 2 of these back to back, you could make a 3D gift pouch because they have all of these scoring marks already there for you. Can you visualize it? Okay, the other thing I wanted to point out with this die set is your sunglasses is 1 die. So I ran it through twice. Here we go. And on this card, I will have the light pink behind and the darker pink in the front. See that difference right there? All right, so I think that's about it. Again, I was going to assemble this one with you, but not going to have time. You can see all the pieces that we've got cut there, all of these dies. It's just a fun little stamp set. Okay, I think that's it. So go to my blog at superawesomestamper.com and click on Kits in the Mail if you want to purchase any of the kits or the stair step kits. There's email, PDF, tutorial. I did not make a YouTube video, although I think I will now that I had so many issues in the front. It'll just be a cleaner video if I just do a quick assembly video and post it to my YouTube. And I think that's it. Have a great day. Click the contact button on my blog if you want to sign up to be a demonstrator or if you have any other questions about Stampin' Up! And we'll stamp with you soon. Okay, bye.